The Seven Samurai is sometimes regarded as a master filmmaker Akira Kurosawa's magnum opus. I, I'd have to agree with that. See, to me, for a while, my favorite thing that he did was Ran from 1985. The thing that Ran had that that really beat out Seven Samurai, well, that one element, was Ran was such a gorgeous film, and Seven Samurai kind of it has a couple of nice images, but it's black and white. Black and white doesn't really sell. I mean, like really the main director that really got black and white looking as beautiful as can be was Federico Fellini. And Akira Kurosawa, when he did Seven Samurai, there's a couple of shots, but not a whole lot. But you know what? That's totally fine. The movie is in black and white. It is from 1954. Okay, lots of movies that like people these days they if they don't like movies from that era, it's because they don't think that it looks good. Like the technology wasn't good back then, and it's a Japanese film, so it's going to be English subtitled, so people won't like. They'd rather be watching a film instead of reading a film, and the movie's 3 hours and 27 minutes long. That's going to turn people off the most. The fact that it's a subtitled film that's 3.5 hours, because a lot of times when the people look at when you're about to watch a 3 hour film, when people say this movie's 3 hours plus, people tend to back off, mainly because if a movie's that long, then you often wonder how much of it is paced well and how much of it is am I going to be bored by this? Do I? And also, will I have enough time? Because there's only so many hours in a day. People are often busy doing other things, and if you maybe want to watch it all over the course of 1 or 2 days. But trust me when I say the Seven Samurai is surprisingly, I say surprisingly because there's not really a whole lot of films that are over 3 hours long that are worthy of every single minute. This movie, although super duper long, it does it's able to keep its pacing so perfectly. Every single minute of this counts. There's nothing repetitive. There's absolutely no boring moment in this entire bit, and that's what's an absolute shock. Okay, when I reviewed The Irishman, I mentioned that although the movie is also 3.5 hours, that the movie could have been shorter and it still would have been okay. I think that if Seven Samurai were shorter, it wouldn't have been as good. So, yeah, what's the movie even about? Well, again, if you've ever seen The Magnificent Seven, then yeah, that's pretty much what this movie is all about. The Magnificent Seven with Steve McQueen and Yul Brynner, that famous cowboy film, is actually a remake of Seven Samurai, but this is actually better. Trust me on it. So anyone that's not familiar with what Seven Samurai is about, there's this. It takes place in the 16th century Japan, and there's drought, there's famine, and that's led to some people rebelling against society and stealing things. But the regular people, the farmers that live in just regular villages, are really scared of that. They want to keep everything to themselves and not let bandits take everything over because they really need to survive. So they try their best to recruit a group of samurai and ronins. I don't know what the difference between a samurai and ronin is, but yeah, they try their best to recruit them. And if any more bandits come, then the samurai are able to fight them off, and also the samurai are able to really teach these regular farmers how to fight. And yeah, the movie does an excellent job in displaying such courage and morals, and the action in this is really cool. I wouldn't really consider this to be an action movie, but the bits of violence that are in this, it is really well done, and not just each of the seven samurai themselves, but the regular farmers in this film are also surprisingly well developed. I I love this film to pieces. Um, is this truly better than Ran? I don't know. I think that this is a case where it might be like The Godfather 1 and 2 with me. Like I might keep switching which one I like more every time that I see them. Like for the longest time, I liked Ran more, but now I like Seven Samurai. But you know what? Whatever. Seven Samurai is still a magnificent film. I'm gonna give it 4 stars.